Today we're gonna look at the most mana expensive white cards in Magic the Gathering. And we're gonna start off with the Akron Legionnaire. This Akron Legionnaire is 8 mana, alright, for an 8/4 creature. However, none of your non-artifact creatures may attack except Akron Legionnaire. That card is absolutely god-awful. Like, I guess Magic designers back then were like, okay, it's got 4 toughness, it dodges lightning bolt, you're too dangerous to stay alive. Gotta put some massive downside on you. For no like, by today, no one would even, if this was just a vanilla creature with no text on it, no one would play this for 8 mana. Impossible. No one would want this, except to finish off their Legends collection. None of your non-artifact creatures may attack except Akron Legionnaire. So you can only attack with artifacts, and that's it. It's just stone useless. Not worth it. All right, we got, what do you guys got? We got Bulky here with Elder Landworm. It is a 7 mana Dragon Worm. Where's this dragon? Oh, there's his head. He's in the sand. Just taking a bath in the desert. 5/5 Defender with Trample? Someone explain that one to me. How do you trample while blocking? Oh, whatever. When Elder Landworm blocks, it loses Defender. I still don't get it. Okay, so I block it. Oh, you mean permanently? Like it's gone for forever. It loses Defender. Okay, it's not until end of turn. Okay, I got it. What a bizarrely designed card. Sometimes it's best to let sleeping dragons lie. Ah, so it's like you ran headfirst into the dragon, and you awaken the stupid beast, and then it can attack you. Not worth it. I don't. 5/5 creature for 7 mana. I can't even attack with it until I block with something. What if you have no creatures? What if you're some stupid combo deck? I'll never get this thing online. It doesn't even fly. It's got I think it has wings. I think, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this is stone crap card. Stone crap. Stormherd Time from Platonic Liquid. Oh, that's not a card. We'll go with Draco from Blake. Isn't Draco an artifact creature? Does not count. Come on. Come on, people. Well, what's wrong with all of you? All right, we'll go Iona. Iona, Shield of Emeria. This card, shelf. This card is danger. This is literally a 9 mana, forget the casting cost. That doesn't even matter. No one's casting it for 9 mana. Maybe some people out there cast it for 9 mana, usually cheating it into play. They're putting directly from your deck onto the battlefield or from the graveyard to the battlefield. A 7/7 flyer. It could have been a 1/1 flyer, it doesn't matter. Enters the battlefield, choose a color. Your opponents, everybody. It does not include you, by the way. Your opponents can cast spells of the chosen color. So you monocolor decks, you absolutely screwed. That's right, you're punished. You should have been playing around the Iona by playing at least one other color. Or loading your decks with artifacts. Do you know what? All of a sudden, the Akron Legionnaire deck might be laughing. It's like, oh, you named white? Well, I don't care, because probably my whole entire deck is artifacts. So suck it, Iona. You can't name colorless. I'm gonna get in there with my, I don't know, Draco and Masticore and I don't know what. Yeah, absolutely broken. Definitely a great card. Fire! My first commander, Absent, Angel of Hope. Isn't she like on the picture of the boosters and stuff? 8 mana for an 8/8 flying, vigilant, indestructible creature. And other permanents you control have indestructible. I have to say, if you're going to spend 8 mana on something, you might as well get enough value out of it. Avacyn is definitely a pass. Especially, I don't know if I want to set what was it, a Crone Legionnaire? A Kron Legionnaire? A Kron Legionnaire. It's better than a Kron Legionnaire. That's what you get for 8 mana these days. You get the flying, you get the vigilance, you get the indestructible. You gain 8 toughness in addition to the 8 power. And all your other permanents are also indestructible. This is a strictly better Akron Legionnaire, in my opinion. And also a waifu, in Steve's opinion. Or was it Storm Herd? Storm Herd. Oh, such a card does exist. Okay. We got this. We got the Storm Herd. White, a generic sorcery. Create X 1/1 white Pegasus creature tokens with flying, where X is your life total. That could be insane in Commander, especially if you still have 40 life. 10, so basically 10 mana make like 40 creatures, and they're diversified, and they have flying. When you heard the thunder on a cloudless day, take cover, brace for the coming of the Storm Herd. I like it. In one-on-one, I hate it. But in Commander, I like it. I think it has good potential there. You could also, you know, you people like your life gain decks. What's the highest life total you've ever had in Commander? I bet it's over 100. Stormherd gonna make millions of Pegasuses, baby. Gareth Bane with Evening Menzies. What the hell is that? Lenses? No, sorry. When you give suggestions, don't be in a hurry, all right? You blew your shot. You got to make sure it's spelled correctly. I'm going to just pass you. Toads, Blazing Archon. Not the blazing that we're all thinking right now, right? Okay, we got a white, 6 generic, 5/6 flyer. Creatures can't attack you. Now that is insane. That is a moat attached to your Archon. Might make you it's good. I don't know if it'll make you a target, but it'll make the Blazing Archon a target. Everyone's like, okay, we got to deal with this Blazing Archon. Just wait, it prevents unblockable creatures, the flying creatures, the shadow creatures. I don't understand why. Blazing. And it's got the bandage over their head or over their eyes. Okay, I don't get it. I don't understand the flavor. Oh, hold on, we got flavor text. Through the haze of battle, I saw the glint of sun on golden mane, the sheen of glory clad in mail, and I dropped my sword and wept at the idiocy of war. Okay, so they saw a bright light and they're like, I can't see anything. I don't know. I can't attack. I'm blinded. I've been flash bombed, damn it. Oh, Jay got completely screwed. Thanks for the super chat, Jay. Jay, you got sniped. Please give me another suggestion in the comment section. I will keep a lookout for Jay. Jay just got sniped down. Don't snipe the super chats, people. I know sometimes you're going to make some accident. There's going to be accidents out there. Okay, let's go with Blake Mambas for the time being. We'll look at the Ur-Dragon. How does the Ur-Dragon keep showing up on this show? You know what? I don't want to go with this one. I think we should have a separate show for gold ones. This is not white enough for me. I mean, it's not even more white than the other colors. If you talk, then we're gonna have like the Sliver Queen and all this other stuff. So we'll go with your other super chat. Well, hold on. First we'll donate your super chat to somebody else down here. So no gold cards. I'm gonna disqualify them. We're gonna have a gold show. Okay, Round Wave Crusher, Soul Scour. Is like 10 CMC partial board wipe. Partial? White, 7 generic sorcery. Destroy all non-artifact permanents. Destroy all non-artifact. That's it. Usually when I'm reading a card like this, it's like destroy all the artifacts, but we keep the artifacts around. So Soul Ring stays, Mana Crypt stays, Mana Vault, no, Mana Vault's banned in most formats. My Ether Vial stays, but we lose all the lands. That's so bizarre. I've seen the end of times, a future in which all our kind are torn from this world. Worth it. Some people think it danger. It danger. Okay, let's go to another super chat. We've got... Jay, did you have a separate one, by the way? Just looking out for Jay in the chat. Keeping a lookout for you, Jay. Looking out for you, Jay. We look out for each other around here. Cryptomonoxide. That is bizarre. My favorite flicker target, Angel of Serenity. Ooh. it does have that ability. So a 7 mana 5/6 flyer enters the battlefield. You can exile up to 3 other target creatures from the battlefield and or creatures from graveyards. Yeah, so it can be yours, it could be theirs. When Angel of Serenity leaves the battlefield, return the exiled cards to their owner's hands. But it doesn't, see, the thing is, it doesn't really blink. I mean, it, like, rejuvenates, I guess. It's like a really weird, I don't know, combination of Flicker Wisp and Eternal Witness combined. But still, this thing needs to still leave the battlefield to get the card. I'm, like, impartial on it. I think for the mana cost, it is just a little too bunk. So I'm not a fan of it. There's worse cards out there for sure. Like, it does something. It's an interesting thing that it does. It's a bit of a unique effect, but I just think it's just clunky as hell. Super clunkaroony. Okay, let's take a free one from the crowd. We'll take one from, I guess, Christopher B. Clarion Ultimatum. Is this a multicolor card? Clarion Ultimatum. Disqualified. Even though it's a white, it has more white than everything else. Station Disaster. Triumphant Reckoning. Okay, white, 6 generic sorcery. Return all artifact, enchantment, and planeswalker cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, only your graveyard from the battlefield. That's worth it. So if the opponent thought that they blew up all your stuff, well, think again. I'm back, baby! And I'm back and better than ever. Because I've got everything on the battlefield now. Can you combo this with something? Like, you would need a lot of mana, but hear me out. Wildfire, float a ton of mana, Triumphant Reckoning. You got that one for free. That's one of my own bad combos that actually work. So you just blow everything up, and then like all of a sudden it's back in place, and your opponents are at 1 life. And they screwed. Okay, next we've got okay, let's look at Blake Mamba's next card. Sarah Emissary. Now that I've read the stream title. Yeah, thank you! Reading the title explains the title. Sarah's Emissary. White, 4 generic for the 7/7. Oh, this card's great! As Sarah's Emissary enters the battlefield, you choose a card type. You and creatures you control have protection from the chosen card type. I have lost to this card multiple times in Legacy. Believe it or not, this is Legacy playable. They reanimate this card, they choose creature, and my Merfolk deck can't beat it. It's basically, it's moat, for crying out loud. I mean, I can attack, but it's useless. I'll deal no damage. They have protection from everything. Worldfire does not okay, Obliterate! Okay, hold on. Whoa. Okay, hear me out. Obliterate. And then Triumphant Reckoning. Hear me out. Thank you, Valerio, for correcting me. I've never played with Worldfire. I know it just gets rid of everything. Yeah, I guess it exiles the... That's so weird, red in exile. Doesn't sound... Not very intuitive. Oh, Blue Bomber, you got sniped hard. We did Iona. Were there 2 people with Iona? No. Maybe I should get through some super chats. Bad combos that actually won't work. Yeah, bad combos, poorly made. Hold on. Okay, hold on. You, Blue Bomber, I know you're very active. Give me another one. The next Blue Bomber. I'm still looking for Jay. Did Jay, like, leave? Valerio, okay, while we're waiting, Valerio's really apprehensive about this approach of the second sun. This is an actual combo card. This will literally beat people. It's a white 6 generic sorcery. If Approach of the Second Sun was cast from your hand, you've cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun this game. You win the game! Otherwise, put Approach of the Second Sun into its owner's library 7th from the top, and you gain 7 life. Great card. Actually, it was part of, like, millions of combo decks. And it's just like, it's like a 1-card win condition. It's the fastest oracle of white decks that can't win the game in a reasonable manner. See, look, Space Pirate from Space. I've lost to Approach of the Second Sun before. So have I. They play Approach of the Second Sun, then they draw a few cards, and boom, here it's right back again. Okay, super chat time. Platonic Liquid. One of my first mythics, Archangel's Light. White 7 generic source. You gain 2 life for each card in your graveyard, then shuffle your graveyard into your library. This sounds terrible. What was this? One of my first mythics? So you open this up in a booster. How did you feel about this mythic? It's like, I'm getting gain 2 life for each card in my graveyard? That could be like 50 cards. That could be like 100 life. This card's going places. I can't wait to put this in my white deck. I'll splash white for it. Look, it's only 1 white mana. I'll put in my Rakdos deck. No one will stop me now. I'll put in my Dredge deck. It's actually maybe not too bad for a Dredge deck. Oh no, maybe it is, because then you have to shuffle your graveyard back to your library. No, that'd be terrible. Or maybe not. Then you get all the, like, triggers again from, like, Creeping Chill. I tried so hard to make it work. I hear you. I've been there. Maybe that could be a show. Cards we tried so hard to make work and failed miserably. And we just had to give it up. Okay, let's go. Let's get some super chats so that they don't get sniped off like usual. Absent Memorial. She died? Whoa! What happened? We just looked at a card. She was alive. It's a white, 5 generic legendary artifact, indestructible. Other legendary permanents you control have indestructible. Honestly, I don't like that. Only the legendaries? You see, when she was indestructible, everything got indestructible. I really don't actually think that's worth it. 8 mana just to make your commander indestructible, I guess. You people are desperate to make your commander indestructible, in my opinion. She had to be exiled? Had to be. He Thanos snapped her. Who's he? Get plowshared? Anyway, I'm not familiar with the lore, but she gone, I guess. Sorin killed Avacyn when she got mad. Don't be mad. Be gone. Okay, we got Pure Demon with, I put Arbiter of Knowledge. Sounds like knowledge. To counter life gain decks. Knoll. Okay, we got a white 6 generic 5/5 vigilance. When Arbiter of Knowledge. It looks like he's thinking, like it's about knowledge, but they don't say knowledge. It's in like some sort of weird accent. Knowledge. Enters the battlefield. Each player's life total becomes the highest life total among all players. Ah! So you thought you could gain so much more life than the rest of us. Well, guess what? We are all equal on life total. Ha 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 ha. But what if everyone's life total is very low? I guess it doesn't matter. Everyone still has the highest life total. They should make the reverse of this card where everyone's life total becomes the lowest of everybody's life total. Jay, are you still around? Oh, don't worry, I love you, Jay. Jay Hogue. Anything. Oh, Jay's here. It's okay. I listen at work and pause just so just forward my payment to the free section. All right, we'll give it to let's give it to Gareth. Blessed Wind. Thanks for letting me know. White 7 generic. Target player's life total becomes 20. Not very useful in one-on-one. Sort of useful in Commander. Basically, it's the strongest burn spell of all time. It's deal 20 damage just by itself. But overall, huge dud. Would never play this card. Embarrassment to the game. If life is so low, repay in kind. That's right. Okay, what's the next super chat we have here? We did Iona. We did this one. Absence Memorial. Brandon! What do you got for us, Brandon? Overwhelming Splendor. What's that? That's the, what's it called? That's the annoying everything. Yeah, enchant player. Creatures enchanted player controls lose all abilities and have base power and toughness 1. Enchanted player can't activate abilities that aren't mana abilities or loyalty abilities. This card is absolutely busted. Basically, one player is ultimately screwed, unless they're a combo deck. Actually, it screws over Thassa's Oracle too. So Thoracle decks, they can't even beat this. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, because they lose all abilities. So you play your Thassa's Oracle, it's just a 1/1 that does nothing. Oops! Oops! Yeah, Overwhelming Splendor is actually completely broken. Hard to cast! Not gonna lie, hard to cast, but very, very good. Michael, what do you got for us? Ray of Dawnbringer. Absolutely awful stats for 9 mana. I'll be the judge of that. Okay, we do have a 9 mana 4/6 Flying Angel with Legendary. Also comes from Invasion, apparently. I don't really like that picture. This picture looks way nicer. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's not bad! That's really not bad. You know, comparing it to the Akron Legionnaire, this card's broken. You have not died until I consent. That's weird. It's a weird flavor text. It's like something Batman might have said. Tell me where the armory is, and then you have permission to die. Something to that effect. This is like a little sidetrack, but I was really, really disappointed how Bane died in that Batman movie. What was it? Batman... Whatever, the third Christopher Nolan Batman movie. He just got shot and then died in the wall or something like that. It was terrible. It was so lame. What an awful anticlimactic end to that villain. Okay, Space is like, upkeep, free reanimate targets. Triggers are actually quite rare. I think it's just this card, the Miria Land and the OG Shieldred. This is definitely great. If you haven't seen the Batman movie, well, I don't care. Maybe the only issue is that it's sort of redundant. Really? You may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I mean, you've got a lot of stuff in your graveyard. It's gonna be a lot of things on the battlefield. Anyway, I like it. Red Dawnbringer, people. We've got King Ginger. I thought you said you weren't gonna super chat as much anymore. Do you just get a windfall or something, or is this just your addiction? Everyone gets famous on Coffee and MTG. It's all about the community. Everyone knows who King Ginger is. Achroma Vision... Achroma... This is not the right... Is that right? Vision... Oh, no, it is. Achroma Vision of Ixidor. 7 mana for a 6/6 angel. Flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, slices, dices. Will make popcorn. At the beginning of each combat until end of turn, each other creature you control gets +1/+1. If it has flying... Okay, it gets +1/+1 if it has flying. +1/+1 if it has first strike, and so on for double strike. Oh, it gets an additional +1/+1 for each ability attached to it. And partner, and also it has partner. How many words can we cram into this one angel all at once to appease the commander players? Is this good? Flying, first strike, vigilance, trample. No ETB at the beginning of each combat until end of turn. And it's only until end of turn. I'm actually not in love with this card. Like, it's okay. I mean, if I were playing an angel deck, I'd definitely play this thing. But it's a bit weird. It will buff... I mean, it's the Lord of all Lords, I guess. It's the Lord of all Lords. Lord it up. Okay. We'll give it a little slight pass for being a Lord. Slavin, Angelic Arbiter. 7 mana, 5/6 flyer. Also an angel. What has become unofficially an angel show? Each opponent who cast a creature this turn can't attack with creatures. I like that. Each opponent who attacked... Hold on, that doesn't make any sense. Each opponent who cast a spell this turn, but each opponent who attacked with a creature this turn cast spells. Okay. I thought I could play around it. Well, why don't I just attack first? No. If you attack first, then you don't get to play the creatures. Unique ability. I like it. Great stuff. Abzo deserves a card. Soul of Eternity. White 5 generic, an avatar with a star power. Soul of Eternity's power and toughness are each equal to your life total. Okay, what's Encore? Okay, white 7 generic. Exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, create a token copy that attacks that opponent this turn if able. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. Each equal to your life total. That one is a little bit better, but it's still a huge shot. You can just block this thing. I don't like this guy. It's just a bit. It's like a big vanilla creature for the most part, in my opinion. Bane's voice was scary. Used to be more scary, but you couldn't hear it very well, so they actually had to redo his whole voice for the movie, from what I heard. And that's just internet nonsense. We did Angel of Serenity already. Okay, super chat time. Parhelion the Second. There is no Parhelion 1 though. White, 6 generic for a 5/5 vehicle. Flying, first strike, vigilance. Whenever Parhelion the Second attacks, create 2 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance that are attacking. Crew 4, great card. You gotta... Honestly, this is a bit janky of a card, but in a Grease Fang deck, if anyone knows what that is, it's actually quite good. There's Grease Fang that helps you reanimate vehicles from your graveyard to the battlefield. Just like that other angel. The Ray of Dawnbringer. It's like the Grease Fang is like the Ray of Dawnbringer of the Parhelion decks. So there you go. Hendrix is like, I despise Parhelion. Sorry, who loves it? Well, the Grease Fang players. They love it a lot. Is that a giant flying temple? Yep, it's magic. If nothing makes sense in the game of Magic, you just gotta remember, it's magic. It's like saying, it's just a movie. It's just magic. That's just how it is. They got palaces in the sky, for crying out loud. If someone gets Parhelion to attack, you've already lost. That's right. You're already dead. Oh, that's a great show. Cards, when they're into the battlefield, you're already dead. Okay, Alan P., Chancellor of Annex. Meow, they say. This is not a particularly attractive picture. Their flesh is rotting off their body. Okay, white, 4 generic for the 5/6 angel. You may reveal the card from your opening hand. If you do, when each opponent casts his or her first spell of the game, counter that spell less they pay 1. Flying, whenever an opponent casts a spell, counter it unless that player pays 1. Great card. Good reanimator card. Really good for combo decks, particularly reanimation combo decks, because you can reveal this to counter their interaction versus your combo, and it's a decent reanimator target. It's a 5/6 creature, kill you in 4 turns. It'll kill you before you can count to 5, because it attacks in 4. Next super chat from Jacob. Does it have a hat though? Valiant Changeling. Sort of. I don't know if we call that a hat. It is a headpiece. It is a helmet. It's a white 5 generic 3/3 shapeshifter. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature type among creatures you control. This effect can't reduce the amount of mana this spell costs by more than 5. It's a changeling and has double strike. If I remember correctly, I once got beaten up by this card, and it was so unexpected. It has a hat. You're really loose on the what determines a hat. Double strike changeling. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature type. Oh, right. They just played 1 random shapeshifter, then played this for 2 mana. It was like a 6/6 double striker. Sorry, it was basically a 6-power creature because it has double strike. That's how I died to this card. Got it. Otherwise, it sucks. You need to play this in a heavy changeling deck, and believe me, I've played changeling Typal. All the cards are bad, because everyone wants to copy something that doesn't exist yet. As far as I'm concerned. Helmets can be hats. Alright, does it hat? I honestly don't think it hats. It's more helmet than hat. But okay, you know what? Google will solve this. Is a helmet a hat? A helmet is a generic term for any kind of headwear, the primary function of which is to protect the head from injury, while a hard hat is a specific sort of modern helmet. A hard hat is a modern helmet typically worn by people doing construction jobs. It's usually made from hard plastic and brightly colored, often yellow. I guess the top, I guess of the highest of the high, everything is a headpiece, or everything is a hat. All right, we're gonna look at more extremely expensive white Magic the Gathering cards to see if they're worth it, but we gotta thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. This is where you can get those super expensive white cards that may or may not be worth it. Deal of the week this week, save 15% off all Kaladesh singles and sealed product. If you're looking for a sweet masterpiece to put in your deck, they're cool, and they're bringing them. They brought the masterpieces back. I'm actually surprised. One of my favorite sort of weird bordered designs, but they flash and glow like everything, like nothing else. Okay, so, and if 15% is not enough for you, let me tell you, you can get an additional 5% off when you use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. You know what set that just came out? Well, depending on when you watch this show, maybe a new set came out, and if you want to play with them new cards, you're going to have to, the best place to rent them is with Mana Traders. Play with them before you want to buy them. Because you never know if the cards are good or bad. When you know the card is good, then you go buy them in paper. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_N9M. A little bit of a tongue twister coupon code. Okay, back to the weird, wacky, expensive cards. Oh yeah, isn't Rhystic Study going to be a masterpiece in Eldraine? Something like that. I don't think it's, well, maybe it is a masterpiece, but I want the Merfolk Rhystic Study that's coming out. Can't wait for it. Okay, let's take one from the chat. Have we seen Avacyn, Angel of Hope? I don't know. Did we look at the Hope one? Somebody, yeah, we did. She good. We did Iona. Bringer of the White Dawn. Okay, Jacob's going to give us a little bit more of a definition. A hat is a garment worn on the head that's not part of another garment. Hoodies, for example, are not hats. Well, what about headpieces then? Okay, we have a white 7 generic 5/5 bringer. Bring it on. You may pay Wooburg rather than pay Bringer of White Dawn's mana cost. Trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target artifact card from your graveyard to play. Another one of these cards that brings stuff from your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target artifact card from your graveyard to play. This thing is even more broken than that last one. Wasn't the other angel was just like convert mana cost 3 or less? Now I'm sort of understanding why that card wasn't worth it. The Bringers! Are they the best? How many Bringers are there out there? I didn't even know that was a creature type until today. Tiara is a hat? Okay, what about a hair clip? Is that a hat? What about a hair clip with like a flower on it? Oh, did Platonic Liquid get sniped? No! Bringer of White Dawn for the Bringer gang. Oh, poor Platonic Liquid. Don't worry, she's gonna get another one. Okay, she's donating the super chat away. Okay, I gotta get back to these super chats. There's just so many of them. Okay, I'm gonna do super chats for the first few minutes. Did we do this one? A Chroma Angel of Wrath. White, 5 generic for the 6/6. Flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black and from red. Why does she have haste? Does she flip? Wrath is no vice when inflicted upon the deserving. Flying, first strike, vigilance, trample, haste, protection from black and from red. Okay, the pro red and pro black, that's pretty good. If it didn't have that, if it didn't have any protection, I would actually think this was just stone useless. But the fact that it has haste, it's like, the fact that it has haste and protection from something almost feels like an ETB. It has that ETB, like you're gonna get value out of it, even if someone removes it from the board somehow. She has haste because she's a Chroma. Don't worry about it. That makes, well, that didn't solve anything as far as I'm concerned. That didn't change anything. Whatever a Chroma means. Blake, what do you got for us, Blake? Zatalpa. Primal Dawn. White, oh, it's a dinosaur. Not a dragon, it's a dinosaur. Okay, white, 6 generic for a 4/8. You know, the last time I saw something for 8 mana that was a 4/8, it was a Chrome Legionnaire. Flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. Holy moly! Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I will say, if you're like 8 mana, you have to be indestructible. Myojin of the Blooming Dawn. Okay, how many Myojins are there? There's a lot of them. What's going on here? How many arms is there? 1, 2, 3, 4 arms. 8 mana for a 4/6. Myojin of the Blooming Dawn enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter on it if you cast it from your hand. No cheating! Remove an indestructible counter from Myojin of Blooming Dawn. Create a 1/1 color spirit creature token for each permanent you control. Oh, that's quite interesting. Oh, but you have to cast it from your hand. I don't like it. So I can't even use this really as my commander. If I use it as my commander, it sucks. It needs to be good. Yeah, so I have to cast it. I just get a 1/1. And like this thing's not indestructible anymore. I want this thing to also be indestructible while making the 1/1s. Myojin is also present in all color too, right? I think so. It sounds like a cycle. How about a fake card? No fake cards. We have shows for fake cards. In fact, tomorrow's show is going to involve fake cards. So make sure you show up for that. What is... Okay, we got Mario. Mario Raz with Angel of Glory's Rise. This, you need to put this in a really specific deck. What? What a weird picture. This is the OG picture. Okay, 7 mana for a 4/6 flying. Enters the battlefield, exile all zombies, and then return all human creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. So F your zombie deck if you play zombies. This card, it will blow you away. But outside of that, returns all the humans back from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you know how you spend cards to bring back all your stuff from the graveyard back to the battlefield? Well, Angel of Glory's Rise works really well for a human deck for exactly that reason. And we got Steven, Enduring Ideal, my favorite mech card. White 5 generic. Search your library for an enchantment card, put it into play, then shuffle your library. Epic. It's actually okay. Like, it's a really slow card, but once you start getting it online, once it starts, like... Is it Changeling Hate? Oh my goodness, you're right. Hits all the zombies, hits all Changelings. Make sure your Mutavault isn't activated when Angel of Glory's Rise hits the battlefield. Turn all their creatures into zombies. I like what you're thinking. Like what you're thinking. Do not use with Changelings, list-wise. Oh yeah. Exile all zombies, including your own. Don't screw yourself. So this card, very slow, but it can, like, really dominate the game. Like, you get that Splendor card, because it's any enchantment, every single turn. Anyway, I like it. Game Overtime, the Blazing Archon. We did that one. Come on, find some... I don't know, actually. Did we do Autocron Worm? Auto... Shaitan. Oh, no gold cards. Love a gold card day. Here we got Chris Elishnorn. The Grand Cenobite. Whatever a Cenobite is. Take a bite out of you. 7 mana, 4/7 vigilance. Other creatures you control get +2/+2, and other creatures your opponents control get -2/2. A pretty broken card. Does anyone play this as a commander? I don't know if this is like a good or bad commander. No ETB, but probably frustrates the crap out of your opponents so long as it's on the battlefield. Wait, you super chatted this? A headpiece, tiara, crown, circlet, veil, etc. is a garment that is worn on the head that is not a part of another garment. That's correct. That's a headpiece, but the way you defined a hat is the same way. It's not attached to another garment. Like, does it have to cover the whole head? Like, does my winter toque count as a hat? Blake Mamba. Ancient Gold Dragon. Ancient and Gold. 7 mana for a 7/10 flying. Whenever Ancient Gold Dragon deals combat damage to a player, roll a d20. You create a number of 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature tokens with flying equal to the result. That's probably good. But it sounds so vulnerable. That's probably good, right? No ETB. I don't know. I can't. It's like, it's sort of cool, but I think it's a little too jank. A little too jank. Okay, Jacob says yes. It has to cover the head. Does this thing have hats? It hats? No, it horns. Imagine rolling a 1 on that. Yeah, oof. Massive oof. Poor thing. Liquid Soulfly with Eternal Dragon. This is like unofficially a Dragon Angel show. 7 mana for how big? A 5/5 Dragon Spirit. Are there Dragon Angels? Imagine a Dragon Angel. It's got its regular wings, and then it has, like, angel wings on top of the dragon wings. Or it has, yeah, like, at the ends of the dragon wings, there's angel wings. Dragon Spirit, flying. White, 3 generic. Return Eternal Dragon from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only during your upkeep. Ugh. It plane cycles, though. That actually is... Oh, but it's 7 mana. Is there a plane cycling creature for 5 mana? I swear that exists. Not a huge fan of this card. Maybe it's better than I'm giving it credit for, because at the very least, you can get a land off of this at instant speed. Then randomly... You just keep bring it back from your graveyard when you run out of gas. Don't forget the bringers. Some of the other dragons are almost instant win. D20 to make treasures draw. So yeah, 1/1's not worth. I know I'm in the same boat as well. Let me see about the plane site. This is not bad actually. This is I'm not giving this enough credit. I think this card's decent in 1-on-1. It's decent. Like, 7 mana is a lot, but you're probably playing this in some sort of control deck, and at least this is a random win condition. But I think this is, like, an expensive... I swear there's another plane cycler out there that's, like, 5 mana. Makes this slightly better. That pushes this thing out. Plane cycling and return to hand. Yep. Exactly. Plane cycling. It's good. Okay, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Thanks so much for the super chat. Okay, we will donate this to Christopher B. Double Anthem, Silver Seraph. Eight mana, 6/6 Angel, flying Threshold. That's an old mechanic. Other creatures you control get +2/+2. Garbage. There are better angels that buff everything else up. And also, I don't think an angel deck is any good at getting Threshold. All the cards are expensive as hell. Unless you have a bunch of fetch lands or something. A toupee cannot be a hat. That's too fat. A toupee. I think if the toupee... Yeah, that's funny. Is a toupee... Toupee is a hat? That is so weird. Then we're getting into, like, is a hot dog a sandwich territory here. Is a sandwich a hot dog? Okay, Undead Myth, Invincible Hymn. White 6 generic sorcery. Count the number of cards in your library. Your life total becomes that number. Stone garbage. I mean, unless you really need that life total. I guess this might combo off with that other angel's power and toughness is each equal to your, like, life total. Yeah, and so you can make your life total huge and then attack with these gigantic creatures. Very jank, though. Super jank. Angels and Threshold definitely don't mix since they like to take things out of your graveyard after they die. True story. True story. Still better than Blessed Wind. Hey, no argument from me. No argument. True story. Okay, Moonshaker Cavalry just came out in Wilds of Eldraine and is okay-ish for draft. Moonshaker Cavalry. Oh, this is that new card. This card's insane. Yeah, it's the new, the white Craterhoof. Spirit Knight, flying. Enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain flying and get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Great card. Good finisher. People who hate games that go on for 2 hours, you're happy that this card exists. Finally, the white players can win in one shot. And out of nowhere. Beware of all those crappy tokens that they have. It is oh yeah. I'm in the same boat, flying. Oh no, hold on. No, wait a minute. Maybe I'm on the opposite boat. I think I was on trample beats. Trample beats flying. Although flying is in general the most broken mechanic in this game. Did you miss I didn't miss anybody. We're still doing super chats. Do you have a super chat in here? No, we're on our way. Okay, did I do this one? Hold on. Crowcore Games. Okay, it's like super chats for the rest of the show. Oyobi, who split heavens. If you want to get noticed in the show now, you have to comment on the cards. Oyobi, who split the heavens. White 6 generic, 3/6 spirit flying. Whenever you cast a spirit or arcane spell, create a 3/3 white spirit creature token with flying. That's not bad. That's a lot of value. This is a bit expensive off the get-go, but if you in a spirit deck, that's a lot of spirits. A 3/3. It's like a I cast spirit. I get Delver of Secrets. I get a bigger Delver of Secrets at that. I like this card. You have to play in a spirit deck, or I guess an arcane deck. I don't know what that would look like though. Moonshaker and Craterhoof is like voting for flying in deeply. You got it. Yeah. If you vote for flying, the vice president is probably Moonshaker. Craterhoof is the vice president of deeply. I don't even know what an arcane spell is though. I could if you put a gun to my head and told me name an arcane spell, I got nothing. I'm only drawing blanks. Are spirits a thing in modern or standard? You name 2 formats, it's not, but it is a thing in Pioneer. Next we've got Chen Fred. I've overused that sound effect. Providence. The 7-mana sorcery. You may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do, at the beginning of your first upkeep, your life total becomes 26. And then your life total becomes 26 when you cast this card. This is terrible. Even Commander players don't even want to use this card. What's the price of this card? 11 cents. Go get it. Except you won't. Nobody wants this. I think the only people who want this is to finish their collection. We got Lena Mills, Divine Intervention for A+ trolling. Divine Intervention. Oh yeah, this is the draw the game card. 8 mana. Enters battlefield with 2 divine counters on it. It's almost like suspend. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an intervention counter from Divine Intervention. If there are no intervention counters on it, the game is a draw. I guess if in any moment you're like you think you can't win the game, you might as well draw it out. They should actually alter this to have 2 chess players. For anyone that knows chess, there's like a lot of draws in that game. People draw like crazy. I hope I never see Divine Intervention cast in a game. Yeah, like how disappointing is it for Commander players? You wait like a month. I don't know. You go get together with your buddies. You only play like once a month, and then someone casts Divine Intervention and makes the game a draw. Is that like not a completely unsatisfying game experience? Good tournament troll card? I don't know. Honestly, if you play this in a tournament, you're just trolling yourself. You're just gonna die instantly. I don't know what deck you're putting this in, but you're probably gonna lose horribly. Oh my god, yeah, and have the chessboard state be someone who messed up Bishop King checkmate or something like. Yeah, I guess so. Or have Anish Giri. I'm cutting really deep with this meme. Only chess players will understand. Zach! We got to you, Zach. I'll give you a big super chat sound effect for it. Colorless, but Gleemax. Yeah, it's disqualified. It's not even a real card either. It's a fake card. We waited that long for this? Okay, Blue Bomber. What do you got for us? Angel of Strife. Or sorry, Archangel. But we did get to you, Zach, right? I didn't skip you. I didn't skip. We even got to see your troll card. Zach's happy. I can tell. Zach is super happy in the chat. What? Okay, 7 mana for a 6/6 Angel. As Archangel of Strife enters the battlefield, each player chooses war or peace. Creatures controlled by players who chose war get +3/+0. Creatures controlled by players who chose peace get +0/+3. I think this is an interesting political card. I think it looks like a very fun card. Strategically, it looks like trash. I think your opponents will just choose what's like best for them and then screw you over. Each player gets to choose. So if you want to be on defense, you be on defense. If you want to be on offense, you go offense. Yeah, Arethusa says, I choose violence. Woke up and chose violence today. This is a war. This War and Peace is a pet card. It is very pet card-like. This is the most pet card of pet cards. And yo, little Ted. Play of the game. Is that a real card? It is a real card. Is there a game there? Okay, it sounds like something that should have been in the Strixhaven set. White, 6 generic. Assist. Another player can pay up to 6 of this spell's mana cost. Hey, buddy, can you pay 6 of this thing's mana cost? Another player. I should ask my opponent. Okay, that's a troll card I could have in a tournament. I'll have play of the game, and I'll ask my opponent, can you help pay for play of the game? And they'll say no, but they'll laugh. They'll look at me really weird and cringe when I ask them this in a one-on-one. Exile all non-land permanents. This is a great, this is a fantastic ability in multiplayer. This is actually perfect. I love this. Because it's effectively going to be like 2 or 3 mana. So we are all in that situation. Like, the person's the threat. We need to deal with them. We don't know how. They've got more stuff than we have. Okay, let's all help pay for play of the game and cast it. Have we done Absence Memorial? We have. Yeah, super political multiplayer card. That is a political card. The Wesley Gee Archangel's Light, simply amazeballs. The light, huh? Okay, 8 mana. Oh, we looked at this one, actually. Yeah, this was Platonic Liquid's one of her first mythics. You gain 2 life for each card in your graveyard, then shuffle your graveyard into your library. Enjoy your life. Another Blue Bomber. Blue Bomber special, a Darkar Valkyrie. A Darkar Val. 6 mana for a 4/5 snow creature. You hear that, people? It's a snow angel. You got it? Flying Vigilance. Tap. When target creature other than a Darkar Valkyrie dies this turn, return that card to the battlefield under your control. I don't like this. Oh no, but she has Vigilance. Okay, she has Vigilance. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. This is not that great though either. It's just a 4/5 Vigilance creature. And then if someone kills your thing, I guess you can tap. Oh, this is infinite though. Okay, it's 6 mana. Oh, it's disqualified. It's 6 mana. 6 mana. Got the Coffee Crew. They're sharp. They'll catch you. They're looking out to see if you're doing anything illegal around here. Okay, we go to Mario. Yomiji, who bars the way. Yomiji. Okay, we got white, 5 generic, 4/4 spirit. Whenever a legendary permanent other than Yomiji, who bars the way, is put into a graveyard from play, return that card to its owner's hand. But that applies to anybody. It doesn't affect just you, it affects everyone, unless there's some way you can really break this card. I actually don't see this as very good. King Ginger, what do you got for us? Sarah Avatar. So far, all day today, you've submitted very underwhelming cards. Like, cards that are sort of cool, but just doesn't hit the bar. Okay, we got 7 mana for Star. Sarah Avatar's power and toughness are each equal to your life total. Is that another one of the... Did you not submit, like, every single one of your cards is like, this creature is as big as your life total. I'm gonna make my life total really big, and I'm gonna attack you in one shot. All I need to do is give trample and you're dead. When it says avatar is put in the graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it to its owner's library. I also think this is... These are jank! You just block the damn thing. I think you just block these. No evasion. How is Sarah's avatar doesn't even have flying? Sarah isn't dead. She lives on through me. How old is this card? How long did people know Sarah? Oh no, this is Sarah, not Avacyn. So Sarah and Avacyn are dead? Oh, the good angels. I'm just suggesting cards. LOL power level. I'm not gonna blame you. I mean, I think it's sort of a cool... There's also usually someone who's completely defenseless at the commander table. You play your Sarah avatar and you have 40 life and they've got 35 and they realize, oh, they dead. They dead. They're gonna die really quickly. Yeah, it's an Urza Saga card. Oh, it's old. Sarah avatar. I can't get through. Brian Stoutarm. Yes, you can. You can do it. You can fling it. That's true. I cry when angels deserve to die. What? It's a weird thing to say, but okay. Blake Mamba, what do you got for us? Ondu Inversion. We got an 8-mana sorcery. Destroy all non-land permanents. Sure. Oh, it's a land too. Oh, that's great, actually. Okay, forget it. This card's insane, isn't it? Shouldn't this just be a staple in any deck if you were playing white? Look, this is a land. This might be the most broken land of all in this cycle. I had no idea this card existed. You fled out at 8 mana, just blow everything up. Make them deal with it. The flip side is bad. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's at least a land. It's at most an Ondu Inversion. Oh, it's a system of a down song. All right, gotcha. I cry when angels deserve to die is a lyric from the song Chop Suey. Okay, King Ginger. What do you got for us this time? Legion Loyalty. Be loyal. Okay, 8 mana enchantment. Creatures you control have Myrid. I have no idea what that is. Whenever a creature with Myrid attacks for each opponent other than defending player, you may create a token. Okay, hold on. For each opponent other than defending player. Oh, you create a token that's a copy of that creature and they attack them. Exile the tokens at end of combat. Jank. 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 And, Seraph from Jagathune. Will it hat or headpiece? Well, apparently you have to be more specific. I guess it's this Seraph. The Seraph. Hopefully she's still alive. All the angels apparently are dead. Okay, we have a white 6 generic angel 4/4 flying. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Seraph this turn is put into a graveyard. Put that card into play under your control at end of turn. Sacrifice the creature when you lose control of Seraph. Weird. She's using like mind control on people. Ooh. This, I don't understand the flavor of this. Amir Ried. All right, thank you very much. In my world, I pronounce things whatever I want. What is it? Myriad. Myriad. All right. Also, what's interesting is all of you that are doing your best to explain how to pronounce myriad or myriad. Okay, we got Seraph here. I guess. I don't know. This you can't even force this. Has a hat. I don't see it. Well, now you're just trolling me. Oh, 5th edition has a hat. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's look at 5th edition. Has hat. That checks out. Has hat. Okay. Did we get? Oh, we did not get through all the super chats. There's more super chats coming up. Blake has something to say. The Myojin of Cleansing Fire. Eight mana 4/6 comes into play with a divinity counter on it. If you cast it from your hand, it's indestructible. So long as you have that divinity counter, remove a divinity counter from Myojin of Cleansing Fire. Destroy each other creature. Holy smokes! Okay, that's worth it. It's like a board wipe, but you get to keep the creature on top of that. Mario! I want to give you a new special sound. I'm running out of sound effects here, people. Reverse the sands! We got white, white, 6 generic sorcery. Redistribute any number of players' life totals. That is just weird. Each of those players gets 1 life total back? What the hell does that mean? Worse than the years of aging was the burden of memory. The young monk lost his youth and gained a vicarious lifetime of hardship and woe. What does this even do? I don't understand. Redistribute any number. I thought you like, hey, I have 20 life, you have 40 life. I'll give you 20. I take your 40. Each of those players gets 1 life total back. You can steal all life but 1. Each of those players get 1 life total. Oh, so hon, I take everybody's life and leave them with 1? Is that how this works? If your opponent has 20 life and you have 1, they get 1 and you get 20, I think. You can steal all the life but 1. Well, then they should just say that. Take all, but I guess in that case, I guess they're also saying I could give like a buddy some life as well and not leave them at 1. All right, that's pretty cool. It's like World Fire, except I didn't blow up the board and I get all the life. Look at me now. This is the only life gain card. This should have been on the life gain show. Life gain that's not life gain, because you're definitely going to gain life off of somebody, unless they're already at 1. Players must have at least 1 life. For example, 20 minus 40, you can distribute any number like 30 minus 30. What do the rules clarification say? Who needs the rule clarification when we've got the coffee crew? All right, the coffee crew knows all, in my opinion. And that's it for Coffee and MTG today. But don't worry. Hey, if there's any other super expensive white cards that you're fairly passionate about, let me know in the comments section below. And it might be the end of the show, but it's not the end of Coffee and MTG because we're always here Monday to Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you very much, everyone who supports the show. You're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show. And also, importantly, we've got to thank everybody, the entire coffee crew that shows up in the morning to be part of what is Coffee and MTG. We've got JD, Platonic Liquid, Crowcore Games, Alan. We got Game Overtime, Johnny W for Life, Slavin, Jacob Thune, Mario, Mr. Deadhead, Abzo, Crazy K. We got Abzo again, Crowcore Games, Jesse, Undead Myth. And because as usual, I'd be nothing without all of you. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you at the next cup.